Yahoo! Hello. So something happened just now that I've been expecting to happen at some point as I've been streaming. What happened was I hadn't opened The Sims since our stream the previous week. And in that time period, they released a game update. It wasn't a huge update, it was mostly bug fixes. None of them were the ones I actually want them to fix. I don't think I saw any of them in the patch notes that were actually things that I knew about. But I hadn't opened the EA app. So when I opened it, it had to update the game, and I did that 3 seconds before I wanted to start streaming. so I had to let it update while I'm going, okay, come on. And then I opened the game and it got stuck on a loading screen. Like the first one, the one to get to the title. It just had the little plumb bob spinning around, showing me quirky little messages. And it went on for maybe almost a minute. Like it was at the stage where I was now opening a tab and Googling Sims 4 new update infinite loading. And I opened Windows Explorer and I was making emergency backups of my 2 saves. But then after like a minute solid, it did load. And it didn't even give me the pop-up for turning off my mods. Apparently it's fine. So here we are. It has loaded. I don't think the saves have gone anywhere. All I did was manage to give myself super mega anxiety, because when you Google Sims is loading infinitely, the first things on Reddit say, this will happen if your save is too big or corrupted. And I'm going, oh fuck! Bug fix 30.4, we put in more shitheads. Hello Red Roche, hello Mars, welcome, thank you for coming. So we're gonna have to put up with this login screen of a weirdly empty blank field with some sort of mortar and pestle business, which looks really small, and then them just kind of standing in the middle of it. I'm here to see the Lightly Rugs eyes. Yeah, that is definitely gonna happen. We'll have to well, let's get them loaded up. We've got our next stage of life ready and set up to be moved into. Okay, this loaded fine. Okay, everything's here. God, you know that I'm immediately presented with it's more like an oversight than a bug, I guess, but the fact that I need to win 3 duels and it's still 0 out of 3 despite him having won a duel, because it doesn't count if another person initiates it with you, meaning the whole interaction of someone coming to invite you to a duel is completely useless because it doesn't progress anything. So why would you ever bother doing it? There is nothing to be gained from doing that. You don't get any prizes. What's the point? So it should be 1, but that doesn't count. So fucking whatever. Hallie is for some reason up. She's a toddler now. Her toddler toilet is like Chernobyl happened. Can we at least turn him into a curry? Hang on. Let me check. Oh, God, the fucking Yoda corner. Thank God we can leave that behind. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe as like a consolation prize when we move to their... I keep wanting to say retirement home. It's not a retirement home. They're not retired. They're just gonna move out to the beach, you know. Perhaps we'll get carpet back. Shrink the largest Yoda. You got it. I will do that. It's not much, but it's a little shrunken. There we go. Unfortunately, you can only do a resize once per stream, which I had to initiate so that you couldn't save up points and do just that. I came as fast as I could. Where is my son? Why are you shrinking things? They need to be bigger. because someone is dedicated to making these as big as possible, and everyone else is like the bellwether against that. Crab, your sons are here. They're both kind of yours. I mean, Rug is big because of you, and Willem Alexander Klaus George Ferdinand was named because of you. Make Rug one size larger for his final hours. You know what? These are pretty much decorative objects, aren't they? I can't deny that. So you get it, Rug. You get it. You get to be a bit... Oh god, he didn't like that. Oh dear. He gets to be a tiny bit bigger just for the next... I mean, I don't know how long it'll be. They're both elders. I don't know if I think it changes to something else, like a day before they die. They're like children in that way. No, please don't make me think about like the biological implications of making something bigger than it should be. I know that when it's that big, what's the name of the thing? All I can think about is like surface area. You know, the thing where you can't just make something bigger because bigger things cannot supply enough oxygen to their entire bodies with the setup that they have in ratio. So it's technically like ridiculously inhumane, but he is big enough that when we shear him, we could make enough to get a coat out of it. All right. Oh, I forgot to do like the introduction. In case anyone turns up who is new or is watching this back, this is the Sims game where my viewers can do random shit to influence what I have to do. We've been doing this quite a while now. We've got quite a setup here, which is one of the more organized houses I've probably ever built in my life. This is the winemaking corner, which is just a little shack where our main character would like stomp out his wine, which he hated. This is the little garden where we grew ingredients for the wine. This is all in past tense because he doesn't have to do it anymore. They have a swimming pool, and they have this extremely expensive climbing apparatus that no one has ever used. They have 2 mini sheep, one of whom keeps changing in size, and a magic cauldron. And then they have this shack, which has been customized. And then inside the shack is where they live. And it's actually turned out like not too bad. Like, it may be underground, but given that it's in Nevada, that's probably a good thing. The child needs to use that spaceship at least once. Yes, that is alongside the monetary requirement for them to move. Even if I meet the monetary requirement, we do have to wait until Hallie can use the space. What is it called? The space playground. I love how being space themed like has completely worked. I can't remember if that happened organically or because I just finished Outer Wilds when she was born. So yeah, they have 3 cats. They live underground. They have gay paraphernalia everywhere. We are just trying to keep them alive and happy until they can move out and fulfill their dreams. Gideon has always, well, canonically wanted to actually live in Sulani on a tropical island. And that's what we're trying to get him to do. And his aspiration is now to do stuff, to have a beach life. To just live on the beach. And he wants to live on an island. He wants to live near the water. He's always been a child of the ocean. But he's had to live on this, like, shit-ass armpit. But he does have a pool. Just found out that werewolf Sims can eat the sheep. That doesn't surprise me. Now, can I... Actions... Trade for... ingredients and produce. So this is the thing that they have used in the game. Instead of slaughtering your livestock, you can do this with, I think, any livestock. So if you have a cow or a chicken, etc., you can trade the animal and then you can get treats, simoleons, or ingredients. I think ingredients and produce is kind of, that's not implied to be the animal. Like, that's going to be like just regular ingredients. However, if you trade like a more standard livestock animal, then they go to live on a farm. Yay! If you trade a standard livestock animal, I think like with cow, I'm pretty sure it says trade for, and then you can just pick meat. And that's a pretty clear like implication that you've traded your cow off like to the slaughterhouse, which makes sense, because why would you include like the farming lifestyle and pretend that doesn't happen? You know, it's part of how stuff works. But I don't think we can trade the mini sheep in for meat specifically. We should be allowed to do it with our own hands. Crab, I think you should make a game of your own. I think you should make the game that you deserve somehow. I think it would be really great. Because unfortunately, the stuff that you suggest is often not going to be added to The Sims 4. The Sims 4 Abattoir expansion recalled after a huge backlash. Let's sell him and buy an actual rug for 100 simoleons. I haven't even started playing. Everybody hates rug. That's hang on, that's the fucking raid message right now. Everybody hates rug. It's like a sitcom. Imagine a sitcom where we just follow rug around all day. He's been dirty and unhappy like a while. They were never happy. We just got constant notifications that the sheep were going to run away because they weren't happy. Okay, sorry, what was I doing? An explanation? Yeah, you can trade channel points to force me to do stuff, which includes resizing objects that don't have to be used, because otherwise that might get weird. You can make me buy aspiration rewards, or I've forgotten the other things. You can now redeem to make me use magic spells, because some of our Sims are wizards. Rug's misery is increasing. Rug's misery is increasing. No. Okay, look, we'll cheer him up. We will cheer him up. He's going to die happy. Oh, go to bed. Yeah, she knows what bed is. There we go. She's upset because she shat all over the potty wrong, but it's okay. That just happens. There we go. Cat's come in to like watch her sleep. He's being a good guard cat. Horrible toilet disaster. That happens when you have kids, apparently, I guess. I imagine. Felix has woken up and decided he has to praise Porkchop for keeping watch over the kid overnight. Good boy, Porkchop.
Skoomba Choop. Prepna
And then he immediately became depressed because it's filthy in here. Toilet's misery is increasing. Go on, you can do it. Yes, that's right. Spray it from 20 meters away. That's how cleaning is done. I just realized why they clean stuff like this. You know how normally a person cleans by getting like a sponge or a rag or something, and then you go over to the thing and you wipe the surface with your rag? They animated it so that the Sim stands there and sprays a bottle of cleaner, so they wouldn't have to account for different animations on different objects. So every object can be cleaned by standing there and going I just realized that's why that does that. I mean, they couldn't have accounted for every single object with all the animations. That wouldn't have been possible, but still. Maybe just two animations that were slightly different, I don't know. Gideon is really tired. I don't remember what happened last time. Rug is getting on in years. The poor old fella. We know. Wow, all he cares about is talking to Porkchop. Hallie is dreaming about being a spy. Yeah, he doesn't care about the piss on the floor. He thinks it's blissfully clean in here. Aww. Let's get cleaned by Mama as an adult. What are you doing? Are you just watching the cats? Oh yeah, there was the lighting bug as well. That's great. What are you doing? Felix, what are you doing? Why can you see his eyebrows? Why can you see? No. You are not making mac and cheese. Well, all right. Who's God? Yoda jump scare. Who's outside right now? Who's this? Jackson Tam. What kind of teenager looks this cool? Sorry, what's going on there? Is that his eyeliner? I think it was his eyebrows. Let me double check. I don't think he's wearing eyeliner. Yeah, I think it was the brows. Allure of the Cauldron. Every single day. Right. Oh, God. Catching sight of Rug across, like, the yard. He's unnervingly big, actually. I kind of don't like that. All right, look, he's unhappy. You have to clean him. Apparently, you have to be right next to him. Sure.
Zepsio C. Shunigua.
Okay, and now he's fine. Great. Yeah, he's an elder. Who else is just kind of here right now? I need to pay attention to the changing neighborhood around us. Who are these two? What are they doing? Oh, she's from the main game, and so is she. She's in Party House. What are they? Do you think they know? Well, that was an incredible 15 seconds. They have life figured out. All right, he's going to go eat cereal. That's fine. You can eat cereal. It's 10 a.m. Get up, Gideon. Hallie's going to be okay sleeping for a while longer, so you guys don't have to worry about that yet. He's gonna make spaghetti. It's 10 a.m. and your fridge is broken. Felix, do you know a repair spell? Why have they both done that?
Ooh.
Okay, he's re-decided to eat the food. Gideon has just put his ingredients down and is now staring into space. Do you think the people who made this game ever, like, play it, like, in any sense? Do they ever just turn it on and see what happens? He's put his bowl away. Gideon is still just standing there. Okay, he's taking his ingredients back. What was that about? Sorry, don't chat with him. We've got stuff to do. Freshen up in the mirror. Go do that. Why not? Since it's one of your wishes for the day. Not sure why he's going to make spaghetti. The mail. Bills. Well, it's fine. We can afford anything now. So, do you really not know how to fix stuff? That's such an easy spell. In fact, you should learn this. Study that. Screw the garden. You need to learn that spell. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Sol Wassman has redeemed the gallery pick for Family Guy. Why have you decided... I'm just going to wait for him to finish cooking so that the loading the lot doesn't interrupt it. Why has he decided to read his... Okay. Can you just sit down? He got up so that he could lay the table for Felix's spaghetti. Alright. Okay, he's eating it now. He's eating it and he's confident because he has competency in the kitchen. Except that he still looks fucking miserable. All right, we have to go to the neighborhood screen now. So I'm gonna have to warn you, I'm not gonna be able to make any in-jokes, nor am I gonna be able to assess how accurate this is, because I've never watched Family Guy in my life. I have no idea. So this is gonna be up to you, I guess. Most popular households. We see these guys every time we look at this, it's always the same extremely popular ones. It's like seeing Friends again after a short absence. Alright, I'm just gonna type it in. Family Guy. Family Guy, Family Guy, Family Guy, Family Guy! Family Guy? The fuck is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Peter Griffin Ball OC! So this is actually distorted. She's pretty incredibly normal. She also looks quite normal. A little bit weird. Huh? Why? Why would you... This is an edit of someone else's too. That seems about right. This is the number one, the most popular. Let's just check this. Oh, okay. Now that does look like, from what I remember, Lois Griffin. My idiot son who I begged to stop being baby. I'm gonna fucking explode. Okay. Peter Griffin, that looks so cartoony. It's actually almost endearing. Foodie, lazy, childish. It sounds like, what you get in an American cartoon protagonist. That looks probably accurate. You can't really see her, but okay. Yeah, why not? I prefer this over the old man, and then there's like a dog. Everyone, they just put hashtag all of their names, hashtag ugly, hashtag Fox. Why Fox? Oh, because it's on the Fox network. Hashtag challenge, hashtag fabulous, hashtag baby, hashtag evil. Why is Chris... I don't know. Are these don't look like the specifically posed ones that people sometimes manage to generate. They look like... I don't know, maybe they are. Maybe these are made by the creator. Good old-fashioned values found at last on Sims 4 Gallery. This is like the polar opposite of My Idiot Father, which I still cannot say without just losing it. Alright. Sol Wassman. I think this one, the most popular one, seems like the best bet. It looks like it's probably quite accurate. It's got an actual baby who will have to grow up. It's got the dog. It's got no CC. I'm leaning towards this one. What the hell is that? I do think the cartoony faces are kind of funny. With our luck, we'll end up putting this family in, and then they'll immediately have 3 more children, and God knows how that's gonna work. These look a little bit less cartoony and a little bit more idealized. Second from the top left. You want... Okay, the thing is, I don't know how this is going to translate. It says it's all base game, but I don't know. Are you sure? It's got to be this one? Young adults. Hang on. Are they set as... Okay, if you're sure, I guess. How can they be set as Lois's children if they're all young adults? That's kind of odd. We also don't get the dog with this one. Okay, where am I putting them? What's... someone who knows their stuff. Radrosh, which neighborhood is the most like the canonical Family Guy neighborhood? Where do they live? I don't know anything about this. Just a normal American suburb. I kind of expected that. What's the most normal American suburb? It's Newcrest if they're kind of like just outside a city. Willow Creek is actually not like a generic suburb. Willow Creek is like on the bayou? Or is it bayou? Sorry, I actually don't know. I've never heard anyone say this. This is literally like... You know, there's a steamboat. There's an actual steamboat. It's like New Orleans, kind of outside of. Where was Gideon's dream house built? That was in Sulani. Do I have to put it in Sulani? Do I have to put them here? I mean, it was your redeem. They're from New England. That doesn't really help me, because there's nothing that matches that kind of vibe. It would probably be Newcrest. Alright, well they have to go in Sulani, I guess. Well, you need to pick where I'm gonna put them. With this, you've already put Kaida Nalenko in Sulani. These houses are all occupied. There's two unoccupied houses, and they're both, well, one's got 2 bedrooms. I just got here, but context clues dictate, are we adding Family Guy? Yes, unfortunately, due to a redeem, I have to put Family Guy in here. Wow, Lois, this is worse than the time I pissed off all those mermaids. It's like he's in there. I have never heard that guy talk. I've just heard Veggie do an impression. I don't know. Put them in the one with less bedrooms. What's the thing that they're always doing? The impression of Lois is just like one. What is it that she always says? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, it's like Peter. Yeah, there we go. Add the Subway Surfers guide to the family. What is Subway Surfers? Peter. Alright, so they can go in Lagoon Look, I guess, which... It's surely a dream life for someone. It's gonna be the Lagoon of huge families, I guess. Luckily, we won't like run out of houses because the families that do live in them, some of them will die out. Like this one, Hoapili probably isn't going to end up with any children, so we'll end up gaining houses eventually. All right, this one. Oh God. Place household. This was made in 2014. Let me just for reference. This was made in 2017. This one has the benefit of 3 years better calculations. Okay. I wonder what was the original? I wonder what the original was. How much? They've got 28,000. Well, in they go, I guess. There we are. They're in. Yeah, Peter is still that fat. Okay, hang on. I just wanna peek at them. Good lord, how did they do this? And how is it maintained within my game exactly? I need to see all this water right now after the heat I've been dealing with. Ever deal with heat? What do you mean heat illness? Did you get heat stroke? Don't get heat stroke. I could just... Wait, that says Peter. It just says Peter Griffin. Oh no, that was a bug. It is not him. Okay. Sister, brother. Okay, so... I'm gonna have to ask. Soul Waspman, this is your redeem. Do you want me to edit the family to give them the correct relationships? Because Meg, Chris, and Stewie do not count as the family's children. It is just Lois and Peter married with 3 strangers. Leave it as is. I hope... Okay. The reason it's like that, that's what I suspected, because you can't have a young adult be the parent to a young adult, but for some reason, whoever made this made them all as young adults. So... okay. Well... You don't deserve to be on here. Okay, well, there they are. They get to live there now. Alright, let's go back. I want to see what's happening with that spaghetti. Oh, look! Nick Wilde doesn't show up. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I don't think terrain paint turns out on the neighborhood screen or something, which is weird. You'd think that it would. I don't think there's an option for it. I don't want to pollute the artist's vision, okay? I was all for seeing a giant picture of Nick Wilde daubed into the grass, but the Sims has other plans. If this is disappointing to any of you, please write to them and demand that they change it. Right, now Gideon can have his spaghetti. Oh, oh, okay, she's asleep. She was awake for a second.
Zoma Froy.
Oh, Porkchop went to sleep half on top of the spaghetti plate. That's so cute. Alright, we're cleaning it up. Casey is here. Oh, she's feeling a little lonely, I think. Look. Go talk to your cat. She needs help. Hug. How are you doing with this? Oh, that'll take a while. Okay. You did eat food, but apparently it didn't fulfill. Just puts her in the bath.
Oh, Narga.
Level up in handiness. Well, you could fix the fridge. They haven't even been topside yet. Why would you ever leave the bunker? We've got all we need down here. Oh, look at him. What happens if I do... This is what it's like being Felix. Alright, what about... Oh, he finished and went to do something else. Alright. Okay, well the fridge is fixed. He's getting pretty good. What is his repair skill anyway? Sorry, handiness. Quarter of the way there. There we go. Now he can just make food appear out of nothing. Which is occasionally useful. We need more things we can spam for experience too.
Oh, Koyam.
Oh yeah, he's neat now, so he's like, what the fuck did you do in here? I like it, apparently. Oh, it's 1 PM. You better get up. Oh, that's right. She hates sleeping and loves being awake. She wants to be friendly with Gideon. We're cleaning up the piss. The piss is being cleaned. Come in here and talk to your child. Oh god, what? Chat. Are we going over to Danny Davila's house? Just answer me verbally. Are we going to her house? I had to leave a second ago to create Family Guy. Worried Rug will die alone. This is a completely legitimate reason. Absolutely not. Okay. Okay, Danny, listen. We have a very aged sheep here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to make sure it's not left alone.
Noosh noosh.
Okay, noosh noosh, yeah. Play an instrument. You want to be friendly with Gideon, so hit him. No. Snuggle. Snuggle with Daddy. Is that what snuggling is? Oh. Okay, that wasn't... What are you doing? Okay, he might feed her. Nope, he's gonna check his nails. Parenting. You literally had an action in your queue. Okay, look. You ask for food. Food. Dad, please feed me. I have to sit down before I can possibly ask this question. I want a grilled cheese. Why don't... Felix. Oh, you could just disappear that. Okay, disappear that. The one thing that is kind of weird about... using the food spell is that you, as far as I know, have to cast it on the floor. If you click on a counter, you don't get any option. If you click on a table, nothing. You have to click on the floor, magic, and then pick it for some reason. So you just spawn a plate of food. There it is, on the floor. Oh no! Why does it smell? It's spoiled. He created spoiled food. I think that was a failure. It's okay. Let's try again. There we go. A perfectly normal plate of fish and chips. Excellent quality in the fridge. So yeah, you just have to like make food on the floor. We got a song from Hallie. Thank you. Gideon just left to have a bubble bath. You know, your boyfriend can just clean you magically. Look. Get her out of the baby chair. Oh, we need to do toilet training immediately. You can actually really mess up with toilet training because if you don't get enough of it done when it's appropriate. No, 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 no. If you don't do it when the bar is low, you cannot speedrun it later because the baby needs to have shit to shit, you know? So you can't, like, catch up on lost time. I presume this is how it works in real life. The cat is still like, I'm sad. The bar's nearly full. Oh, she wants to play dolls. There we go. She can now use the chair, I think, by herself. Why do we keep getting the message about Rug, like, multiple times? No, you aren't doing that. You come up here and... Oh god, he's so big. Just do stuff with Rug. I don't want to leave him alone and without attention. Bottle feed. Why don't we get some wool from Rug to remember him by? What happens if they grow up without learning to use the toilet? I love the implication that there would be some real ramifications, but no, they don't, like, end up unable to use the toilet. It's presumed that they learn it, like, eventually on aging. It just helps to know that so that your toddler can toilet by themselves. Like, I can now click on it and say go potty. She couldn't do that before. Before now, you had to have one of the adults come over and help. Those animals are terrifying, by the way. They're not traumatized, they're fine. I think it's just the way sheep are. They know something we do not know. Yeah, that's definitely true. My god, he's so big! This is really terrifying. Yes, these are sheep. They're, like, supposed to be, like, miniature sheep that don't grow bigger. But we've been making one of them bigger for some reason. There we go. He got a white wool. Okay, now do the other one. Who is very small. The orange one is the size that they're supposed to be. But we made Rug really big. You could ride Rug into battle. He's growing towards heaven. There we go. We've got an orange wool so we can always remember that we had these weird sheep. Miniature anything is never going to stay small. No, I mean, like, genetically some things are small ass. You know, there were somewhere in the world, there were tribes of humans that didn't grow more than like 3 feet or something. Sometimes being small is just like genetically viable. And sometimes we select for these things and make really small animals. Of course, there are scams where you just get like a baby version, but oh, they're playing! This is perfectly safe. People get teacup pigs and they turn out to grow into a 500-pound monster. Yeah, that's because it's a fake small animal. It's just a baby animal that grows up. But really small versions of animals do exist. It's just that in that instance it was a scam. Do you guys ever miss being able to do this? Like, does anyone physically remember being manhandled by your parent? Because I do, and I thought it was fun. Do you ever think that there was a time when you rode on your dad's shoulders for the last time and you didn't even realize it? Oh, and she took her clothes off. Okay. What do you... Oh, he's talking to his friends. I guess he's friends with the porcelain cat. I did the child throwing at my swim instruction job. Did you yeet children into a swimming pool? Because that sounds really fun. Children love being thrown. It's provable. They also love taking their clothes off. It's just a fact of life. Yeeting children is sometimes part of the job. Yay! Oh, she's gonna go play dolls now. Yes, play dolls in your expensive, incredibly bougie doll's house that we got you for some reason. Okay, here we go. She's got... What is that? Oh, what is that? Ms. Businesswoman who lives in the big mansion. Black Mesa facility. We were trying to theme the room so that it felt like Black Mesa. I think that's why we bought this. Oh, Gideon has interrupted her playtime to tell her a story verbally. Just a verbal anecdote about something. And she is now singing a song. Look at the little doll. The little doll looks like a secret agent, and she was dreaming about being a secret agent, so maybe that's on the table for her in the future. She seems to be interested in covert operations. Anyway, what's her lowest skill? Potty and then thinking. Thinking is usually the hardest one for me. But it's actually quite easy to manage on their own. You just have to pick activities, watch, and then watching other people do anything helps the child learn how to think. Huh? I'm not sure what triggered that achievement. That doesn't sound right. Right, you go up and look at Felix and imagine what it's like. Think about what he's doing. There we go. It raises thinking quite quickly, but the action is also quite short, so you have to just keep doing it. Oh, come on. Sometimes you have to actually, like, wait 2 seconds. Watch. And then she just stands there and gains thinking skills. You can do this if you have everyone too busy to interact with the child, but they also have these little thinking blocks they can use. They're supposed to learn faster if an adult does it with them. So let's do that. I don't know if it actually does. Watch is like a good progress time-wise. But, you know, it's cumbersome having to do that over and over. Okay, Felix, your charge is like low enough. We're going to make another meal and see what you can produce. Everyone's got really good needs. There goes the cat. Oh, we forgot to look at the wine stores today. What can you make? Oh, it went wrong. He made a horrible, stinky, expired roast chicken. Let's try it again. We need experience. He made prosciutto wrapped asparagus. Again, nothing can possibly go wrong. Oh god, that boosted his charge up really high. Pasta primavera, excellent. There we go. Making food for the week. This is the, like, imagine if your meal prep was this. This is what learning looks like. I don't know if Gideon's even helping. It says he is. Right, she's got 5 days. Her milestones to come are reading on her own, talking, learning what shapes are, and climbing stairs. This is a train. Porkchop came to sleep in here again. Porkchop is like... Maybe I should make Porkchop her familiar later on. He seems to be very invested in this child. Okay, you keep doing that. Felix, what are you up to? What? Your sheep is dirty again. Oh, oh shoot. I need to Oh, that is safe for streaming. Okay. I heard an unfamiliar song and I thought maybe I'd turn that off and it was copyrighted. No, it didn't work. Do it again. It still didn't work. Rug was thinking about fighting. Alright, you're gonna have to clean him normally. Because I think he couldn't possibly get any dirtier. Is she saying baby Minecraft? Yes. Oh look, Porkchop's helping. Okay, stop doing shapes. What can you do? Pet him. Oh, what? Where are you going? Oh, okay. Bye. I think it's fair to say Porkchop must become her familiar. Yeah, I think that. Okay, she's gone. Baby lost. Baby has disappeared. Where are you going? Oh, she really wanted to listen to the music that's happening up here. Everybody else is just standing here listening to the music and she wanted to join in. I'm gonna, like, you guys gonna help me, like, remember things along the way with the development of this, because I do only play this once a week. She came all the way up here because she wanted to listen to the music. Could this be an early sign of music appreciation? Something to keep in mind for later. We're gonna have to pick traits for her at some point. Oh, the sheep are asleep. And she's going back downstairs, apparently. Gideon, can you just pick her up and take her downstairs, please? Alright, what else do you guys want to do? Do something romantic, listen to cottagecore. I'm gonna turn the music off. I don't even know who turned that on. Oh, he's got like sparks coming off him because his charge is so high. Whoops. Well, she's still got a bit of energy. What's next? I usually just work the skills from the bottom up. Imagination. Why don't you ask one of the dads for a... Where the fuck did I put the bookcase? Oh, you need to buy some toddler books. Guys, what are your favourite books for children? Somebody yell what we should buy her. There's fantasy stories, there's dinosaurs, there's one that's just the shapes. There's one about seasons. Driving to Mars. Now that's about space. I think that works. Animal Farm. Shapes. I mean, yeah, you need your basics in there. Okay, we've got squares and you driving to Mars. I'm going to pick when is winter as well, because that seems like a good basic, you know. Okay. Book help. Tome of emotional stability. New shape just dropped. Ask for squares and you with Gideon. Why not?
Go, Larga. Wagga. Uh-huh.
Watership down. It might be a tad young. Where are they gonna do this? They don't have a couch.
Zoma Garmouche.
Okay, they just decided not to do it, apparently. Maybe if I try again.
Shupar. Heejer Dubé.
Yes. Yes? Hello? Functional game, everyone. Do they need somewhere they can sit down, maybe? We don't really have a lot of space. We could use this room. Maybe? What if I... If I put the bookshelves over here, still accessible, and then we put like a couch. I think they need a sitting. It's great that they don't tell me. Sofa. We've never looked in this section. Vacation sofa to make him think about how he's gonna enjoy himself when he finally gets out there. That's awful. Ugh. No. Okay, change my mind. That one sucks. What about this one? There we go. That I know! Ragrush, I know that! That comes into my head every single time. I know exactly what you mean. There's a bunch of Sim songs that do that. I always like it's so ingrained I don't even think about it now. I just go, yeah, continues it in my head. Alright. Now, read her the fucking story. What do you... She had some thoughts about just going and jumping into the toilet, but they were quickly replaced by story time.
Phologi Waima. Brashula Brapa. Narshko me boof. Smeba Makosa. Monkil Shusha. Ansum Yifime. Niaxa Blunif.
He got to parenting level 4.
Tevene Molebai.
Oh, what are you... Oh. It was making him tense, but he's also in the bath, which makes you less tense. Really good emotional management there.
Nib nub.
Okay, apparently that was all of story time. She's going to sing us... She loves singing songs, and she loved dancing. I'm thinking definite inclination towards music. Why does she like singing so much?
Ooh, Uxaloid drama.
He's making funny faces for her. Oh, a new family dynamic. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't tell you if you had an existing family dynamic. But what are we thinking? Family members with the jokesters dynamic will choose to perform funny or mischief interactions with each other more often, and they'll feel more playful when spending time together. Musical wizard daughter. Yeah! Woo! Do you think they would be jokesters? Is that how we would describe them? I think that does sound quite apt for them, although... Trying to think if which of them is more playful. I guess it is Gideon, kinda, because Felix now has a bunch of more responsible traits. But I need viewer feedback. Chat, you must guide me. Are we giving them jokesters? This can always be replaced if something else comes up. This whole family is quite goofy, that's true. I'm thinking yes. I'm not getting any signs. I don't want to make the decision myself. I think it fits. Sure, there we go. Thank you. I think that is pretty good. Yeah, so now they're going to be like playful for no reason. And they'll do mischief socials more often, which may not work. We'll have to see. Okay, what else does she wants to go to bed now? Why don't you read her to sleep? Toddlers spend a lot of time sleeping.
Oh.
I'm glad she did manage to get out and do a little dancing upstairs though, because I keep forgetting she does need to like know what sunlight is.
Wonji. Yeah.
Another story time. They're being very doting, I like it.
Tro bar.
I've been playing my own Sims with
Grib.
the hereditary traits that make them much more natural spellcasters. So I actually had forgotten how much this can fill up just from casting like 2 things. If you don't have that, it's a big kind of wake up call. Gideon's gonna eat this asparagus that was just produced out of thin air.
Oh, one genie.
It was good apparently. Yum yum. Oh, he wanted to play an instrument. Let's have him like play the guitarist for a bit. Oh, also the cats need food. I have to turn the guitar around manually every time. Hang on a minute. Avoid bedtime and ask for something. Well, Dad's busy. I mean, she's hungry now. I forgot that she hates sleeping so much, she just won't do it. Okay, you go to bed. Let's see if it works this time.
Maybe.
She is hungry, but I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, now go to every set.
More imagination skill. Okay, go to bed. It's 2 a.m. There we go. Oh, the cats are enjoying the sofa. Good for them. I didn't mean to... I don't even know what I clicked. I just meant to... Oh my god, he's like a weird, huge bug. Oh, I forgot about the bills. Whoops. What happened? Mortimer Goth has retired as a writer. Amelia and Daryl are having a baby. They already have like 2 kids. Bella and Mortimer had another baby. Someone named Shayla Bello is now a secret agent. The BFFs adopted a dog. And then that was it. Let's watch the cats overnight, see what they do. Yeah, that's pretty much cats. Hours are passing. Hours and hours and hours. It's 8 a.m. He's gonna eat that pasta that he magicked.
Fadish.
Unaba.
Let's go check our wine. I forgot to do that. Porkchop is ever vigilant. Yes, yes, I will pay the bills too. Thank you for the reminder. There we go. Right, what do we get? He's got potions, bad ones. They still haven't fixed the bug where it doesn't tell you how much something's worth. 2.5. Strawberry one, about 4,000. Energy nectar. There we go. Another pretty good, yeah, 4,000. Apple, that one wasn't worth as much. And grape, 4,000. What a nice haul. Way more than we paid in bills. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's the pool.
Oh, Mustish, Aragaba, Safoim, Umfra Nebehana, Karzini.
What a nice picture.
Resig, Ludrip,
A homey life and the cat just kind of upside down.
Mazig.
You could send a bottle of wine with, as the bill payment. Like, just put it in the envelope and send it to the government. Porkchop is going to monitor this rubbish situation. No, he's going to make sure the kid's okay. 3E is in here. We don't often see 3E. I think he leaves and goes off on his own sometimes. Miles sleeps like that. Oh, I like that they're doing a lot of cleaning and stuff by themselves. God, remember when we bought this dishwasher? This was one of the first things I was ordered to buy. What's on the calendar, by the way? Oh, tomorrow is Halloween! And this Saturday is going to be Hallie's birthday, so we have until Saturday to get her skills as high as we can. Ooh, level 4 charisma. He loves it when you walk over while he's asleep and just start slapping his stomach. That's how I imagine cats are. Are they fixed? No, they are not, but you don't really have to because... Oh, what happened? What did they just... Did one of them insult the other one? I'm going to assume Felix did something. Where is, like, apologize? Where is apologize? No, there's no apologize. Okay, I wonder what happened there. I didn't know this until I'd played quite a long time, but the pets that you have in Sims 4 cannot reproduce outside of their own household, which I feel like kind of negates half the point of anything. Like, if you had a female cat and you didn't spay her, and you can't just get randomly pregnant because you didn't take that step, what's the point of having the option? So I guess the only thing that could happen is if you have a male and female of the same species, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny chance they might just mate of their own volition. But I don't understand why it has to work like that. I was hoping I could just get my cat randomly pregnant from strays because I wanted to not bother to make and devote family space to extra pets. This is a really niche rant, actually, but I wished it wasn't limited to that. I had one family where I was trying to get kittens out of the family's cat and a stray, and the cats really liked each other, and the female one was fertile and yelling about sex all the time, and I kept on doing encourage to mate, and they kept like looking at each other and then running away, and I didn't know why, because I didn't assume it was impossible because the cat wasn't in the household. Why would I, shouldn't you tell people that? I just assumed it was possible. They're shy. I don't understand. I've got to dedicate house room to both of the cats, and then I have to leave room to have 1 to 3 more cats. Apparently Felix just suddenly realized that Gideon's small talk is absolutely incredible. Even basic conversations that don't go too deep can be nice. Should Felix embrace the ordinary and say that he likes small talk? This is like a permanent thing, so I'm gonna poll for it. We get so many of these. Does Felix like small talk? There you go. What am I doing? Just in general, in life, what is happening? Let's see what results. What are the people's opinions? The people are completely evenly split. Being a rancher enjoying the small things makes sense. He's also a wizard though, so he must have like... He's part of a higher power. Also, I don't remember if we've given him enjoying deep conversations. You can just do them independently. Oh, yes has pulled ahead. Are there any other votes to come in? I think it's a yes. I don't want to risk it. And there we go. Yes. He likes... Gideon yelled at him! Gideon, why did you keep doing that? No! Oh, he immediately flirted. They are losing a bunch out of their friendship bar. But because they keep flirting, it keeps going... Their romance keeps going up. God, you guys. That is a huge chunk off of the bar. And he wants to give Gideon a massage. Why can you not apologize for yelling at him? There we go, smooth apology. Toxic yaoi. This is a complicated relationship. There we go. And because he apologized to him, he now gained the sentiment. He just wants the best for Felix and thinks he is so wonderful. And yet, he keeps on insulting him for no reason. God, there's another... There's that alien that we fought that one time. God, look at all the people we've grown to know. Donald is an elder now! He didn't invite us to his birthday party. Oh, that was the elder that was at the gay bar night that we met. He's dead now. Johnny is still trucking. We don't have any bars with him at all. I don't remember who that is. Milton is there just kind of vibing. Zuri, who... Apparently we know Zuri, but she's the one who keeps on telling... In fact, why don't we... He wants to do stuff with Alina, but why don't we grab Zuri? Where is she? Ask on date? No. Invite over.
Oh.
Stop flirting.
Pubara Zakuni. Lord Rinka.
Take care of your cat. Do a bunch of stuff with the cat. You, come upstairs. Meet the visitor. Rug is thinking about cupcakes. What is up with you, Rug? Okay, do you have any potions that could help you win a fight? Needs, mind, good fortune? That's probably not relevant. Okay, Zuri is here. Duel for knowledge. See how you like it. Just turning up and being told that you have to come for a duel.
Boombraza?
Yapaspar.
Yibs.
Do we do it right here? Like we don't have to go to the other... Okay, so when you ask me, we have to go to the other realm. Now, he usually lost. He was only able to win one time. Rug, are you helping or... Uh-oh. Oh, this looks bad. I think he's lost. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's a higher level than he is. Rug, get out of the way. Rug's just eating. Alright, well, she can hang out, except, I mean, he's not even compatible with her, but... whatever. Maybe the constant requests for... Oh, she's using... She's just started using the potty by herself. She just got out of bed and went to the toilet. Look how independent she is. Everyone has come in to watch.
Shuniklaba Arbe. Been quiet slam. What did
Frenemy relationship, yeah. She's now just coming into our house and
Divawis, Varpasa Mesplima.
yelling at the cat. Hey, whoa. You're supposed to be going to the toilet. Why are you... Gideon, what are you doing? Gideon? What did we tell you about this? What the fuck are you doing? Okay, he's having fun. They're also merging into one being. She made Porkchop sad. Banish her to the dimension? Which dimension? We need to do Hallie's needs, like, quite badly. Can one of you please have a quick meal? Okay, Felix's needs are much higher. Do potty training. It is not the time to play house with your little... What am I thinking of? That thing from Futurama.
Rena.
Single female lawyer. That's... No, you don't get to pick this. It always just goes to prompt for strict. If you ask your kid to learn anything, it's really stupid. I'd pick it if it was, like, applicable, but it's not. The little doll she has in her modern day dream house is like single female lawyer. Fighting for her clients. Wearing sexy miniskirts and being self-reliant. Stop thinking about sex. You're supposed to be potty training your child.
Oh, well, Susa.
Oh, Gideon's gonna play the guitar. Not now, sweetie. Daddy is battling a psychic in the realm of the mind. Now, one of his things is getting a suntan. We could definitely do that without actually being on the island if I just buy them a floaty. Where is floaties? Comfort. No. Water features. Pool objects. Okay, guys. I need assistance. That's where we put the diving board, so I'll put the floaty like over here. In the shade of the gem tree. Which floaty should we get them? There's a lounger that we can get in gay colors with stripes. There is a slice of pizza. I mean, they are both gluttons. Or there is a big whale. What's everyone think? We got enthusiasm for the pizza. More enthusiasm for the pizza. Do you guys want the pizza? Whale or pizza? I think people seem really pro pizza. Okay, what flavor of pizza? Oh my god, there's different toppings. Pepperoni and like peppers. Pepperoni and bacon. This is making me want a pizza pretty fucking bad, and I had one for lunch. That's a veggie one, onions and mushrooms. I meant to put mushrooms on my pizza, and then I forgot. And I was sitting at the table, and it was, like, it came from the shop, so it had, like, chicken and, it was, like, what was it? Kind of induja, like, paste. It was really spicy. It had, spiced peppers on it. But I meant to put mushrooms on there, like, myself, because we had a bunch in the fridge, and I forgot. And I was, like, sitting there in front of it, like, I didn't put mushrooms on you. What am I going to do with all these mushrooms? How did I forget to do this? Sorry, what were we talking about? Ham and pineapple. What does everyone want on the pizza? Mushroom or pepper and pepperoni? Pepper and pepperoni is like classic. Oh, those are like olive bits. I do like olives on pizza. It's so good. The bacon one is kind of uncomfortable to think about lying on. Cheese and pepperoni. Classic. It's kind of funny to have a pizza floaty and for it to be vegetarian. I do think that's quite funny. No one is in favor of ham and pineapple. Hey, you know what? Let's just do a little social experiment here. I'm not gonna poll for the flavor of pizza, but I am gonna poll for a question that no one cares about anymore. Now, I'm not saying this because it's an interesting question to ask. I think getting really angry about the idea of pineapple on pizza is incredibly boring. And if you use any dating apps, which I don't, so I don't know about this, but every single guy on a dating app will have somewhere on his profile like, let's debate pineapple on pizza, and he'll misspell a bunch of the words. It's the stupidest non-argument ever. It doesn't matter. Some people like pineapple and they're gonna put it on there, and you don't get a say in that. I do. I like pineapple on pizza. It's a good contrast with the savory of the rest of the pizza. There's nothing particularly weird about that. Stop making out like it's the question of our young lives. It's so stupid. Anyway, I just wanted to see if anyone else agreed with me. We had only one vote. It was somebody saying yeah. Okay, who agreed with me? Who am I shaking hands with? Who was like, yeah, it's nice. Nobody said no. It's vanilla ice cream on French fries. That doesn't sound very good to me anyway. I was away. Okay, Radrosh, what would you have said? Is that a yay for you? See, you can't step away from my stream even for a second to put your phone on charge. Oh, the worst thing. Okay, I think for flavorings we went with the pineapple classic, didn't we? You can't stand it. I mean, that's fine. I completely understand. Yeah, I'm with Soul. Like, I can understand why someone would think that it seems bad. Which is why I phrased the poll as a personal preference. I just wanted to see if anyone was like big pro or no, I don't like it. But making it is into some sort of debate, like why do people like no, it's normal. Dare I say, get better food opinions. Wait, what's the button for like, there it is. There we go. I got the classic one. They now have a pizza lounger. Thank you everybody for coming on this weird diversion with me. Gideon, sunbathe on the pizza. We'll get you a nice tan before you're actually able to go out to the island and live there while your kid's being potty trained. Ignore Rug, he's fine. And you can even dive underneath and look through the window at your stores of valuable wines. There we go. This does look pretty decadent. I mean, look at the tree there. That does look kind of cool. Okay, he's gonna doze off. Aww. Just mind yourself, don't get burned. Apply sunburn protection. You know what? Oh shit, kid's hungry. She's gonna ask him for food. She knows enough how to ask for food, and now I don't think I have a job anymore. The posse has kind of exploded, but I think it was all contained, so... Oh, she's so angry. She's fucking angry as hell.
Slurka!
Now please eat it. Please don't be so angry that you just throw the food everywhere. Okay? Have a sandwich. No. Put in mouth. Put in the mouth. Come on. Come on, please. Put in face. She's starving to death. Pork Chop is trying to help. There we go. She ate a bit of it. There we go. Okay, now the other half. Come on, we can do this. I bet kids do that, just like holding it and breathlessly panting as you try to figure out what to do with this thing. Porkchop, what is it? Okay, she's fine now. The moment has passed. We are now fine. Let out. There's a cat in front. There's a cat on the bed. Oh my god, Felix looks so uncomfortable.
Oh.
There's now 2 cats on the bed.
Oh. Whew.
Okay, her needs are fine. Well, her hygiene's not too good. Can you... Parenting, help with needs, clean yourself off.
Sepine?
Just wipe your face because you got food all over it. There we go. And then her hygiene goes up a little bit. We can just deal with that way. Porkchop is really protective. I'm surprised. I think we've got the makings of a magical partnership. Okay, she wants to be friendly with Gideon. Hygiene isn't going to bother her too much. Posse and their communication. Okay, why don't you try... No, what? Where is it? I want to do teaching. Activities, teach to talk. How are you doing up here? Wouldn't it be great, like, just if you take a break from parenting, you could take it in turns, and then the one that is taking a break could just come and lie down on a floating lounger on your own pool. I don't think he's got that much to complain about. God, I forgot he was in a club. I forgot that she was visiting. It may be autumn, technically, but it's massively high temperatures in Death Valley. We are learning to talk.
Neve.
And the cats are just yelling.
Bruna Nimna.
This is what a bear is.
Snarfu Wastu. Huh?
Dinosaurs.
Huh? Borbagazy. Neeb, Oopday, Websto, Felsen Creache.
She's waiting so politely for this explanation. Okay, they're doing fine. I'm keeping an eye on him just to make sure he doesn't burn. He looks so relaxed. Look at him. Oh, she can now talk. She's learned to talk. Oh, she's really tired of learning words. Okay, we'll stop. Don't worry, we'll stop. Don't worry. Can you just tell her to, like, wipe her face again? And then we'll have to do something about these incessant cats. Why don't you watch Dad do... No. Watch. Watch. Get some logic skill from observing how your dad pets a cat. Oh, he's uncomfortable because the potty's dirty. Just realised. She can talk to the cats now. Oh, hey. Did you get a tan? Did you get a tan? And it doesn't look like it. No, he did. He's a little bit browned. There we go. He got a suntan. Yay. She wants to play... Do you want to gamble? Did you say I want to do gambling? What are you doing? Did you ask for more flashcards? This baby needs to learn. She now sleeps better because she's learned critical thinking. This cat is miserable.
Sharp.
Oh. No, ignore that. No one saw what happened to the cat just then, right? Oh, she wants a bath. Also, we're getting a text.
Oh, you
Alina wants to duel as well. I'm gonna just say no to these because there's absolutely no benefit to doing it.
Yep.
Maybe if they fix the game and make it so that had any reward whatsoever, it would be worth doing. Aww. What is happening here?
Oh, oh, oh.
99% of gamblers quit before they win. Are we raising a Balatro addict? Felix is like completely zoned in. He lives for this. What does that look like? You know what? I think I was wrong. I think what we can see are his eyelashes.
50 Swibik, Skisna Plushi.
Chobaba.
Oh god. Hello?
Yabasani, Fatamoy. Bantra Baragaba. Hey, Swarsalatuni. Squire Borbahay.
Oh.
Fwash. Tombra Bokaro.
Gideon did stream. I see my eyelashes like that too. Fair enough. Now he's telling a story to both of them. Danny, No. Look, we both got kids here. Don't you have better things to be doing? Okay, it's like 6:45. I'm gonna invite Gideon's little group over because we haven't done that in ages. And I'm afraid that I don't want to neglect them as our only social group.
Oh, she'll be around.
What else does she need? She needs... She's gonna go splash in the toilet.
Oh, Bisha. Free Bono. Descos?
How come neither of you actually gave her a bath? I think it's time for you to just spawn more food. We need the experience. Wait a minute, you could just magic your baby clean. Oh, you can't do that. I can't cast magic on the baby. Discipline, calm, ask not to splash in toilet. Come on, any day now. Bibbity Betty, give me spaghetti.
Kasoma Balamila.
So that's a really tame reprimand for doing something, and she gains a tiny bit of responsibility. Now what? Yeah. Hug lovingly. Milton is here. Mars, tell Scenes Milton is here.
Imsha Zazuk.
They have to teach the baby mundane stuff first, just in case magic disappears from the universe. Honestly, having to teach the baby to do stuff the normal way actually does make sense. Imagine if you learned to do everything with magic powers and you didn't know how to bathe yourself. And, I don't know, you had to appear normal at some point. Can you just ask for a bath already? Help, bath time. I think Felix spawned a hot dog on the floor and Gideon immediately ate it. Here's Joe Stack, whose life we kind of messed with. Time for baby bath. Everyone's coming in the bathroom for some reason. I love how completely wrecked. Look, see, Gideon just got a minus responsibility and then plus confidence. Though he's got a plus responsibility again. That's not... He got a plus confidence again. I don't know what that is. I think it may be triggering on a child, but it appears over any sim for some reason. those are not qualities that apply to adults. They're down here. These are the traits that the character values that you develop from toddlerhood through to teenagerhood. And toddlers get like really bad, that you can't do anything. Even if they do irresponsible stuff, responsibility won't really go down because they barely know what they're doing. There's like a modifier on everything, so but nothing will really change. Once they're children, you can actually start developing these in a way that actually matters. She has bad conflict resolution, but you know, that's what toddlers are like. No toddler is like, hey, I think we should resolve this in a manner that involves gummy bears. No, I don't know. Why don't you just chat with Milton? You don't know him? Them? Who? What do you mean? We need to stay in contact with Milton. I want Milton to be like the one family friend. Yeah, he forgot.
Ooh, Siwa.
Oh.
Bimoisa?
Say something nice. Discuss interests.
Quimble Regina.
3E is just enjoying the dishwasher. Hallie is just wandering around. Level 3 movement. Okay. She just stopped and now should be able to walk a bit faster. What are your skills actually doing? Posse still needs a bit more. Movement is the lowest. Why don't you actually just like wander around? Because being energized will help to learn movement. So just wander about. And don't hit your head on the table. One day you can leave the bunker. Constant cat yowling. Here comes Pork Chop. What are they talking about?
Freebe marbles.
Hey! Wasusa.
Okay.
Gibbs.
Who just bought something? Why are you cooking? You can make magical food. Why are you thinking you don't like cooking? He's tenderizing some meat. Great. Good job. Hallie, go. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, my mistake. You do what you want to do. Gideon. Oh, he's just hugging the cat. Okay. He really hasn't had clothes on this entire episode. He wants to flirt with someone and himself. Everyone's now come into the... This is like my social nightmare idea. Like, I'm a kid and I want to have a bath, but then everyone comes into the bathroom. And then I want to use my potty, but everyone comes into the bedroom at the same time. That's just what nightmares are like. Having to try and learn to shit while there are adults right in front of you having an animated conversation is my actual idea of hell. And I can't look at it. What did you make? He made butter chicken with like non-meat. Like tofu meat, which apparently he still had to tenderize. Okay, well, good job.
Carl? Huh? Oh. Pelfin.
Okay, I'm gonna call off the gathering. I think that's enough. Why don't you Oh, he's gonna clean the potty. Fair enough. We're back to playing single female lawyer. I want him to go jogging a bit. I don't want him to get too out of shape. One nappy went in that bin and apparently it now has to be removed. There's Rug. Why don't you... Oh, well, he is asleep. They're both asleep. Okay, why don't you harvest this tree? Oh, there's weeds. I haven't taken care of the garden very well. Water them. Water them. Harvest. No, just the crystals. I don't really give a shit about anything else. And fertilize. I only care about this crystal plant, to be honest. Trash pile. Yeah. I don't know how that works. I hope that doesn't poison it. Oh dear, she's angry. You were supposed to be exercising. I guess you did. Okay. Look, he put his old outfit on. Blast from the past. Okay, she's hungry and kind of exhausted. Don't take your clothes off. Food, please. Dad 1. I hope it turns into some monster tree you can make friends with. I'm not sure how tongue-in-cheek you're being, but that is in the game. That's just not how you get that monster tree. I want a grilled cheese. You never give me grilled cheese. It's always something else. Okay, we're like halfway through 3 on most things. Get water. No, protected from the sun. Let her out. And then... Oh, he has so much energy. I only just realized. It must have been because he went sunbathing and was basically sleeping the whole time. I was not being tongue-in-cheek, and I'm excited to hear the news. Well, I have no plans to get one, because when you have one on your property, there is a non-zero chance it will eat you. And I don't really want to have to be that vigilant. And it dies if you don't feed it people, so I wasn't thinking of doing that. Read her to sleep before she dies of being tired. What a journey this has been already. I mean, it doesn't feel like we've been playing that long at all. Gideon's, you know, just an adult. He's only gone up 1 life stage. But he's gone a little grey, and he's got a different outfit. And look how big his house is now. I'm not going to demand that. Well, it's not that it's not fun. Again, I'm playing it this way, allowing people to influence the game so that I do things I don't usually do. If it came... Like, there are definitely some things that you can choose to do where you have to raise one of those plants, and I would have to do it. If we end up on that route, I'm not going to, like, not do that, you know? Yeah. The memories of pissing in a bush are so far away. You know, I actually barely remember that we had to do that for so long. We started with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why are all the lights on exactly? I think I had them on for some reason. No! Look, I know you're excited. Avoid bedtime and ask for something from Gacy? Piss bush bronze to commemorate this moment. What are you gonna do? It's 3 AM. Look at all the cats. She's changed her mind. She's gonna go back to sleep. Whee! There we go. Oh, Gacy is sad. Look, Gideon's got tons of energy. Get up and... Why are you scared? Oh, he was thinking about the time aliens got him. Wake Gacy up and just, like, comfort her a little bit.
Umara.
Wanders into your room in the middle of the night and starts bawling for no reason. Yep, that's how kids work. Cried to Gacy a little bit, then stopped. What? No, it's fine. Just go and pet your cat. It's fine. She was sad for some reason, so I want to make sure she's got some attention.
Oh, tell a Jim Wibsy.
Petting, praise, do a hug. Why not? There should be an option to hug your pet that lowers how scared you are. There we go. What was that? Okay, maybe he'll just... Oh no, now he's happy. He noticed that Felix, who he adores, was right here. And now he's in a good enough mood that he's not scared. Isn't that fucking adorable? Okay, go to bed now. It's 5 a.m. You guys are still alive. Rug is really dirty again. Right, neighborhood stories. The Watsons adopted a dog. Another one? How do they have room in their house still? They have had nothing but babies, babies, babies. I thought they were full. They had another one. These married couples who already had teenage children just keep having more. The names they gave them as well. Are they making a football team? We had to fix Alexander. And in fact, I'm gonna go look at them real quick. I'm gonna save and just like do a recce of the neighborhood, just to see what's going on out there. We had to fix him because he aged up weird, but then I think we did give him hair. The hair situation was a little odd. Okay, I'll just go through and check what's going on here. So the adults are still adults over here. Olivia is a young adult, and she picked the... That's weird, Huh. I'm pretty sure it's random, but she's picked the same hair that I gave her in my save. They also have Vivek and Kara, the children, and Rachel, who is a baby, who is blinding white, apparently. An ugly dog named Tasha, and what looks like a Scottish fold named Bubbles. Ghost baby! It does look a little... Yeah, albino baby. Yeah, maybe it's albino. You know, we shouldn't judge. I guess it's an albino baby. Here are the goths. Jesus Christ. Mortimer is an elder now, and he's got shades on! He's got shades in his outfit? What? So has she. Why have they both got shades? I mean, they deserve it, but... huh? Cassandra, young adult, looks pretty much how she did. Fuck it up, people! Look at him! Alexander, that's the hair we gave him. Apparently we gave him mascara. He's a young adult now. Jason. Okay, he's a teen who wants to be a bartender. Earl Goth. That is the most goth name. That's such a good name. And they also, their new baby is London. They are a rich aristocrat family. They would absolutely name a kid London. Oh, it's not very gothic. My goths in my save... He evolves from an Eevee if you give it a monster energy. Can you hear me clapping? I'm trying to remember what their kids were in my save. I think they had 2 sons. In my save, I actually play the families, so I name the kids and I actually raise them myself. So it's not random. Their outfits aren't random. When I had Mortimer and Bella, no, it wasn't them. I left them with Cassandra and Alexander because they're already established kids, and Mortimer's quite oldish. They grew up, and in my game, Cassandra Goth married Johnny Zest. You know, the guy who had the trailer across the street from us, which I reasoned because she has the gloomy trait and Johnny was trying to make it as a comedian. So I reasoned that she likes him for his upbeat and cheering nature, and he liked her because she's creative and she has like all this depth of feeling, but sometimes she's sad, but he can deal with it, etc. And they had 2 kids, and their first was named Dante, and he is a goth, but he got Johnny's blondness. So it's like Mortimer, Bella with the black hair, Cassandra with the black hair, and then Dante with this boy band sweep of blonde. And then they had a second son, and I'm trying to remember what his name was. It was something gothic. I've forgotten. But I had good gothic inspiration for their names. Okay, you've got to believe me. The Pancakes. They're still in their adult stages. Looking alright. So they had the Blonde Goth Curse. Are you a Blothgond? Parker Pancakes is a teen. She's a child of the ocean, but she's also a klepto, and she wants to be rich, so, Eleanor Pancakes, who's got her dad's hair. Yeah, Blothgond. Arturo Pancakes. Oh my god, that is the coolest child in the universe. Look at him. Look at Arturo. That is incredible. What kind of child do you know who had 90s boy band hair, red glasses, and a black leather jacket with tight jeans? This is the coolest child you would ever meet. And Jada, who is a toddler with dyed tips. Eliza, what is going on in your life? This little boy's styling the models for New York Fashion Week. That's amazing. Like, if I wish there was a there's a fashion stylist career. I wish you could just be a fashion model, because I'd put Sims in that, like that guy. Okay, the BFFs. Oh, that's right. Summer died. Summer Holiday died. The iconic Summer Holiday. So now it's just Travis and Liberty just living their lives, and they have a dog named Kerry and a cat named Doki. I wonder which of these weeboos named the cat. Oh, and of course the Pixel Wishes, who are just minding their own business down here. We don't see them very often. We see Milton. Alright, let's keep checking. I'm enjoying this. The Calientes. They have stayed together. In my save, I always, like, kick Don Lothario out of the house. Katrina is an elder. Her daughters Dina and Nina have not done anything with anyone, and Don Lothario has not had any kids, weirdly. The Landgrabs, however, what happened? Jeffrey is an elder, but Nancy is an adult. Malcolm is now a young adult, and he hates children. He's a snob who is evil and hates children. 80s credits, where are they now energy. That's why I like having aging on. And then occasionally you just step it back from the life that you're living and you realize that everyone around you is changing. They're having a child reach vacant home in the city. Molly Landgrab. They got a Karen haircut on her. That's so good. How do they know? She wants to be an angling ace. So she's an exploitative fisherwoman and she loves cats, but she also hates children. She's only a teen. Tyrone! That is exactly the hair that white Tyrone would have. That's Nancy's literal hairstyle. Nancy, what are you doing to your children? They have an elderly dog named Grant, and then Shadow, and then Kelly. Hang on a minute, this is the plot of Homeward Bound. There's our precious little guys.
Thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help.
Oh my god! Cassidy! Cassidy, thank you! Where are you, Cassidy? I clicked in and saw an ad. Oh, thank you! I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. We're just like sweeping through and seeing what's happened to all the families we weren't playing while we were doing other stuff. For example, here are the Roomies, who are based on... They're based on a TV series that I don't know. And this guy is like Markiplier. And they're all perfectly normal. This is Jay Huntington III. I didn't make these. They're just guys who live in this big old house, and also they live with the Grinch. who also has sunglasses in his profile pic. Whenever I let Neighborhood Stories run, the goths have like 12 kids. Look what we just checked. The goths have, of course, Cassandra. Alexander changed his look a little bit. Jason, Earl, and baby London. And that's not even full. They've got room for like one more. It's so sunny, everyone's in the warm weather outfit. That is what it is. Yeah, it's fun to see everyone in sunglasses. Okay, where were we? I don't think there's that many households over here. It's just those ones. Of course, Gustavo Fring. He lives next to us, and I don't think we've even met him. We really should like just meet him so we know. Oh, Caitlin Crump has aged. She's got grey locks now. She's got 4 traits. I think I picked up on that before. That's weird though. How do you get 4 traits? Deadass, my friend once had Markiplier rent the upper part of the house they were staying in, and they had to go and ask him to turn the air conditioning on because he was sweating them out in their unit. What? You knew someone who lived below Markiplier? That's incredible. He's in this game as well for some reason. What? And he just didn't put his air conditioning on? Yeah, we added... So the idea of this game is that you can redeem channel points to force me to add stuff to the game or take certain actions. Like you could force me to make my wizard sim cast a spell, or I could change their outfits, or if you have enough points, you can force me to use the gallery and add a sim of your choice. For example, in this very stream, Sol Wassman insisted that we add Family Guy. So Family Guy is now just in my game. So that's where a lot of these came from. I've never actually seen Breaking Bad, but we're getting a lot of pop culture references. Veg is back and Bad Game Bingo is on. That's great. I will be raiding Bad Game Bingo once we finished our sweep. So if you are waiting for Bad Game Bingo, don't go anywhere. I need to develop a radio voice. Like, don't touch that dial. Because that's why they said it, isn't it? They were trying to beam into your brain the idea that you shouldn't change the channel on them. We joke that he's her old neighbor, so every time he's in the news, we're like, there goes your neighbor again. That's really funny. Oh, stop. Don't tell me that. Earlier on, I tried to do an impression of what the characters in Family Guy sound like based on not having seen Family Guy and just having heard Veggie do an impression of them. I don't know what they actually sound like. Okay. No pressure to end, just wanted to celebrate he's back and alive. Yeah! Veg was posting some pictures about him moving his stuff into his new place. So I have to assume it's all going well. Hang on, what do you mean? Is the horses here an actual line? I thought that's something that my chat was making up. Peter, the horse is here. Is that what she sounds like? I've only heard impressions. We have nothing in this neighborhood apart from the restaurant that we added. The fail restaurant that had nothing but a thunderstorm happening the entire time. Oh, thank you. I've never watched Family Guy in my fucking life. This is... Okay, that's a woman who has like 3 boys. She's an elder. Her boys are growing up, but they have nowhere to go. Oh my god, Lucas has turned into... Who does that look like? And they have a cat called Whiskers who's wearing a frock. He reminds me of... He looks like one of the Da Vinci twins. He looks like one of the Da Vinci twins. What's happened? Lucas... Oh yeah, Bert and Ernie are here. I think that was another one of Sol Wassman's. I like this one actually. I think it's really funny that we have Bert and Ernie Muppet just living here. The Fires keep having a million babies. They're full. They have a full house. Dominic is an elder. Moira is slightly behind. It's probably because when you're pregnant you stop aging. As in real life. So every time she's had a baby, her lifespan has like frozen for the duration of the pregnancy. So that's why the men are all growing up and becoming older first. The Da Vinci twins are from British Columbia, and the fact I could run into them in person is a non-zero chance. I hope you do. That would be so fun. You could meet them, and you could be like, hey, I have a friend who is Markiplier's neighbor. I wonder if they say anything that's not in sync. She's siphoning. No, she's not siphoning. It's literally how pregnancy works. Waspman, I don't know how to explain this to you. I'm sorry they didn't teach you this in school, but when you're pregnant, you don't age. That's just how this works. Because what if you were like too old and you were going to die of old age while you were pregnant? Nature doesn't want that to happen. So it doesn't. Shiborn is an adult who is just kind of still living at home. These guys aren't going to go anywhere. Morgan's still a teen. Is she always hot-headed? She may have added that one herself. So the extra ones are Sydney, who is evil, and a serial romantic. We're going to have to watch out for her. She's still a teen, but once she's roving the neighborhood as an adult, she wants to date loads and loads of people, and she's evil. And she dislikes classical music and ambitionless people. And then for children, Valentino, who is a slob, and Nicole, and little Yahir. Okay, the Bjergsons, the fact that they filled up their house with loads and loads of kids, looking the way they do feels like some sort of war crime. This is almost horrific. So there's Bjorn and Clara. Again, she hasn't gotten to Elder yet. Sophia is canonical, like she's there at the beginning. Elsa is also there at the beginning, except none of the hairstyles look good on her. The extra ones, Gina, dear God, Darnell, what are you wearing? Alejandro, you can't be calling you can't be doing that, white baby. You can't be doing that. And Bruce, sure. These are just the bros. They're roommates. It's kind of implied that they're looking to move in with someone else eventually, but they're not going to because we're not playing them. Party House. Oh my god, Marcus Flex is already an elder and he's just been living in Party House his whole life with his friends. Again, this is implied to be a bunch of young adults who are sharing a big house for the rent, and they'll end up moving on to something else, getting married, getting jobs somewhere else, but nothing's happened to them. I always make the bro household get married because I know destiny when I see it. That's so sweet. They do seem very odd couple. Like, one is a musician, fashion conscious, tattoo, headphones on, big funky glasses, and this guy is like a sports bro who wants to have a high-paying job and also hates children. These guys, they're sisters. They also haven't done anything. They're based on My Sims trophies, and you know we hate those. Alright, Brindleton. Unfortunately, the Heckings haven't had kids because the game doesn't believe in MPreg, which is a real shame. I could edit them. Should I edit them and give one of them a uterus so they could just have kids off screen? Candy Bear dies in every one of my saves, and I don't know why I don't intervene. Well, because each time, presumably, you're hoping that fate will choose a different path, and then it just doesn't. We gotta speed this up. Should I use my one weekly edit? Can Felix magic them a uterus? No, but I can. They could start having kids. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Can I do that without having to cheat? The opposite of a hysterectomy.
Huh?
Yeah, I can just change it. This sim will be able to get others pregnant. This sim will be able to become pregnant. Done. Enjoy. Let's see if the game understands that and allows them to reproduce. The Lynx household, it's just one woman and a lot of cats, but they've all died, so now she has a dog called Coco. Oh, she still has Bartholomew A. Bittlebum Jr. Oh, he's an elder. Oh, I wish he would have kittens with, I don't know, verbal, I guess. God mandated Empreg. If God cursed me with a uterus halfway through my uterus-less life, I'd be devastated. To be fair, yes. That would be kind of difficult to deal with, but, you know, he's just gonna have to deal. Now, these guys have been having quite a few kids, judging by the notifications. She's older than him, I think. There's Pierce. He's normal. Ariella is a teen. I think this order is messed up. Ariella cannot possibly be older than Evie, so I think it's just they're just both teens. But she's got to be younger. Why is she white? He's been having the babies like a seahorse. Okay, sure. That's a cute look for Evie. Evie's a tricky one because she's kind of like a little golden child baby, but her face doesn't work with a few of the hairstyles, but that really does, and that's nice. I like that. She's got a big nose, which I support. Everyone should love big noses. Alright, we've already looked around here a little bit. The Angatas, Oleana's girlfriend died because the game's homophobic. The Kahana Nuis, well, I think her name was Melee. We actually knew her. Gideon knew Melee, Kahana Nui, and she died, but they did have a daughter before she died, so now Isabel is here, and she's a kleptomaniac child. I didn't know children could get that trait. Is that real? Kaiden Alenko Mass Effect lives here too. He's just chilling. The Kealohas had a lot of kids. So they're still normal. Dwayne is not their child. He was just like a roommate who still lives there. Nani, she's a normal kid. She's also... Why is it picking kleptomaniac for everybody? Now, these are the new ones. Michaela. Haley. This is such a... This is a crime. No. Kaden, because apparently now there's two, and when he grows up, he is going to have to fight Kaden Alenko in combat. And little Kenneth... It doesn't... The game doesn't understand how to assign... What am I thinking? Like heritage names? Names based on anything? There's no way for the game to know what kind of people should have what names. To be fair, I think the Goths are the kind of people who would name a baby Earl. Now, obviously no one does that anymore because when names go in and out of fashion, a lot of people will use a name for their babies, and then the babies will eventually be old, and then the people who are that old will just associate that name with old people because it was in fashion at that time, and then they'll go off it because they think, I'm not going to name a baby an old person's name. But the Goths feel like they're like a couple of centuries behind, so I think they would name a baby Earl. I think that is still in vogue for them. Baby Kenneth has a 9 to 5. Kenneth is twice divorced. Look at his little work shirt. The game doesn't have a concept of ethnic backgrounds. Thank you, those are the words I was trying to say. Here's fucking Family Guy, which is specifically picked by Sol Wassman, so you can blame him for this. I thought there was a more accurate family, but he wanted this one. I don't know. This one is supposed to be a tribal elder and her adopted granddaughter, but the elder's dead, so it's just Leah, who's an adult, who's probably not going to do anything. Stewie is deeply unsettling. Having never seen Family Guy, I have to assume that's just what he looks like in the show. Now the Charms have been breeding like absolute rabbits. What's happened here? Daryl and Amelia are not married when the game starts, they're just engaged, but the game seems to register that they are in a romantic relationship for the purposes of breeding. Gemma is Daryl's sister, but you know, she hasn't moved out because we haven't played. Gianna Ernest. Oh, they've got Ernest because they're Amelia's kids and they're not married, so it's taken her name. I can't tell what gender Gianna is, but it's fine. They've got some sort of hair dye situation. Darian, who's a glutton. He looks a lot like one of the children that they had in my game. And Ariella, who is screaming. Gemma looks like she's got a lot of teeth going on. Oh, that's because Gemma has the one teeth texture that has like a tooth gap. And you can kind of just about pick it up in the icon. It's really cute though. I really like the tooth gap one. And they have a dog called Tom who looks slightly insane. The Acolytes haven't done anything because they're not romantically involved. They're just roommates, so they're just gonna live there. Oh, we put Starbucks here. We did put a Starbucks in this neighborhood because it was funny. Henford, of course, Hatsune Miku living her best life with SpongeBob SquarePants, the Sponge Boss. We have to assume she's doing great things with music up there. No, you can be a hater. Gemma has got the worst hair in the game. If you change it, she looks fine. But her hair is like a crime against nature. So it's fine to like have issue with that. Oh, right. So in my game, funny difference. Rami died in my save and left her husband a widow to raise their 3 kids. But in this save, I think his name is James. He died and it's just her. There's a fun little sliding doors going on. But it's fine because she was already having an affair with the town mayor of Finchwick, so they can just get together, I guess. Imran. Oh, we had fun with this. In my save, Imran is like a really homely guy who loves gardening, wears a big jacket to go out at 6 a.m. and feed the chickens. He's got a big moustache. He wears a flat cap, you know. He's just like really homely and comfortable, and he's very much inspired by what people in the English countryside are actually like. Imran in this game is like a sports model. He's got swept back hair. He somehow has more defined cheekbones even though they're genetically the same. I don't know what happened. Myra in this save looks kind of scary actually. She's evil. She got evil. And also Rancher. And also potions. Rashida is the same. She's self-assured though, that's nice. And they had another one called Bo. Alright, and they have a dog called Feifei. The Scots, oh, they had a few kids. So she's the woman who owns the pub and her husband. And they had Kayla, who's materialistic as a teen. Kelsey, oh, she's cute. She's a glutton. And little Octavia, who's dressed as a hamster. And this is just Cecilia. She's got nothing dynamic going on because the game doesn't know what to do with people living by themselves. What happened over here? There's only a couple of families. Oh, that's right. Bernice was married, but her husband exploded. Aurelio, the game's ace representation, everyone. Don't bother clapping. They didn't do that much. And Uriah was the one they had. Bernice begins the game pregnant, so she always has one more kid. And then her husband did in fact explode. So Uriah. In my game it was a little red-headed boy named Javier. The Michelsons. They have Atlas. In my game he looks cooler. And Orion. And I'm sure the game would give them more children automatically if it could, but it can't because they can't have biological children because Celeste is trans. So they have to adopt, so their kids are all adopted. Oh, the Luna Sullivans. So this is a guess. Xochitl Luna, who canonically lost her husband in a kitchen fire accident. And that's canonical. She has Carmine, and her father is dead. And she just kind of lives here trying to raise her kid alone. But we had to redeem to put this guy, Michael Kern, in the game. And we put him in this house and got them married. And now the headcanon is that he was the one who set up the fire. And Xochitl thinks it was her fault. But it was this guy bumping off her husband so he could move in. And now they have their own child named Ruben, and also a kid named Isak. Guess what? Arataki Ito lives here. We gave him a trailer. I hope he's having fun. And then we have, of course, Yaimiko and the Shogun, who... We picked these out of the gallery. The traits are so not, like... Creative? No. Mischief? Yes. But, I mean, they didn't even put, like, hates children on here. Who is this? Oh, they're married. And they've been having... Okay, she's from the base game. She's a teen. Sheena is new. Simon and Janae. Okay. And then finally, the horse neighborhood, where Johnny Zest... What is that outfit? That looks so cool. Johnny Zest was the guy that we tried to chat up a million years ago. And then he fell in with Don Guzman and became like a... I can't say that. I can't say that. That's not a sensitive term to use. I'm gonna say he had some kind of sugar daddy situation going on with the older man who lived here with his prize-winning horse. But then that guy died of old age, so now it's just Johnny Zest taking care of the guy's horse. Yeah, good for him. I don't think we would have made it with Johnny Zest. Johnny Zest and Gideon were never gonna be like long-term. Sienna, she's never gotten with anyone, but she has a horse and she's an elder now. The Grove family, they had a bunch of kids. I love how incredibly long it takes to load any images from the thumbnails. They got 2 horses. Oh, he's dead. Her husband is dead. I forget how that happened now, but that's unfortunate. So their kids are Ren. Wow, he looks different in this game. He's a young adult now. They also had Jayla and Jeff. I'm not sure if... I don't know how to... I don't want to sound... Can people look like that? I mean, I apologize. I don't want to be out of line, but I'm not sure if that's a real... I hate when my situationship sticks me with a horse. Yeah, and they have a dog named Kona who's old. Oh, these guys. Now, we were able to influence this family because we got to know them. So, Marissa, one time we visited and she just caught fire and we had to take action, but we almost didn't. Danny is our actual friend, so we've been influencing their life. I think Liberty is Danny's, like, girlfriend. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but she's evil and a klepto and she's focused on money, so I don't know if that's going well. Jonathan is a kid who we convinced Danny to adopt by accident. And they have Horchata, one of the siblings of the cats that we have. The other one was with the Pixel Wish family. They still have it, right? I didn't see it, but they still have it, right? Yeah, there's Zoe. And there we go. That's a look around what's happened to the whole neighborhood while we were doing stuff. I didn't see any, like, real horrendous things we had to fix, but we did make it so that the, what were they called? What were they called? The Heckings. God, that stupid name. The Heckings can have kids. Oh, thank you, Cassidy. It should look a bit more developed. By which I mean this plot of land. Hang on. This plot of land is supposed to be a giant painted profile of Nick Wilde, and it doesn't show up, which is kind of devastating. It's supposed to look like this from above. Anyway, that's everything I wanted to check on. Let me just drive by Twitch and check how Bingo is. We're going to be raiding into Bingo now. They're just beginning. They're doing their explanations. So, the raid message, which I said at the beginning, Rug did not actually die. Rug is like on the way out, but it keeps on coming up with that message that says Rug is slowly dying. So, is it bugged? Who knows? So we decided that the raid message right at the beginning is everybody hates Rug, because I said it and I thought it was funny. And it's like everybody loves Raymond, but with a more lovable character. And let's get the raid. I'm copying and pasting this so I don't misspell it. There we go. Everyone copy the raid message, please. Nobody did the raid message last time. Please, please yell everybody hates Rug. Crab, you can tweak one word in the raid message if you want to. You have that power. I'll just use my sign off real quick. Fuck you, Rug. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. It absolutely warms my heart to have like double-digit viewers for this silly little series. I'm really glad people come and watch. We will be developing in the future. We will be taking our guys to their new home eventually. We will be growing up Hallie probably next stream, and then we get a child to like throw around and throw in the pool and make her use the play equipment that we bought. So everybody look forward to that, and I'll have next week's schedule up soon. You get a child from the child store. I mean, kinda. They had to just go and do what's the word? Artificial whatever. They just went off screen and came back with a kid because they're both men. So that's how it works sometimes. Anyway, everybody say everybody hates Rug and yell at Five and Veg for me and give Veg the best and tell Five they're great. Okay, bye! Thank you, everybody!